What is up, guys? This is the ZeusTuber, and today I'm here with my part 1 video of my little mini-series I'm doing, The Road Ahead. This one is going to be centering on Rick Grimes, Papa Grimes himself, the sheriff, arguably the best character on The Walking Dead, my favorite character, and I can't wait to see where his character goes in the second half of Season 5. Now, we already know that it's been pretty firmly established in these past 8 episodes that Rick is definitely coming to terms with the fact that, you know what, he's a badass. He's got to be brutal in order to protect his family, his friends. I mean, they're all his family at this point, and just to survive in this harsh world. That's been very firmly established, especially in No Sanctuary, and especially the first 3 episodes, and then it was reestablished in episodes 7 and 8 when we got a little bit more badass Rick action. And I don't think I need to get into too much detail about the first half, because if you guys are up to date, you know just how brutal Rick was and how badass he was, and how pretty much he's going to continue this trend of just one strike and you're out, and just badassery beyond badassery. He's just, I'm sorry, Rick's just awesome. I get a little fangirlish about Papa Grimes, but you know what? That's okay. I'm sure we all do that about one or two characters in our own little way. But anyway, in this second half of Season 5, based on the promo we've gotten so far and the information, we know that Rick is definitely going to continue being a leader. He's going to step up. I don't think we're going to have an official type speech where Rick, assumes control again, saying, "Hey, look, I respect you guys, but the Rick-tatorship needs to happen again, and you guys, got to listen to me. You're all gonna die, probably." He's probably not gonna have a speech like that. I mean, yeah, I'm being kind of sarcastic with how I just worded that, but you get the point. He's not gonna have, the speech that he had at the season 2 finale. He's not gonna do that again. It's just probably gonna be kind of like assumed, kind of like in season 1, how there was never really an official vote that they wanted Rick to be leader over Shane. Rick just kind of showed up and was like, "Well, that sucks. I'm leader now. Too bad, Shane." I mean, they kind of just, without saying that, it's kind of what happened. It's probably going to be like that in the group. They need to listen to Rick. It's just, he knows what he's doing. If they had listened to Rick about his plan about going in silently, slitting their throats, and killing Dawn, rescuing Carol and Beth, you know what? I got a big feeling that Beth would have survived. And they all would have gotten out of there. The rest of the group wants to be more, let's all be friends, but that doesn't work in this world, because they have to realize that I know the producers say this over and over again, that anyone who's still alive in this world is either incredibly intelligent or incredibly dangerous, or both. So it doesn't work to just be, let's all just get along anymore. It's it's a dog eat dog world. It always has been, but it's really more so than ever now in Season 5, when it's just the numbers of people are dwindling, and whoever's alive is definitely pretty dangerous. So that definitely is probably going to be apparent even more so in the second half of Season 5. And I'm betting that, okay, I'm going to mention some spoilers now, just location spoilers of where the group is going to end up in the last half of the second half of Season 5. If you don't know about where they're going to end up yet, then you haven't really been on my channel for too long. It's really common knowledge at this point that they do reach some kind of safe haven. So for it's not really too big of a spoiler. I mean, they always reach safe haven. So I'm just going to say, when they reach their next safe haven, which will probably, based on some things we know, happen in the second half of Season 5, Rick is going to definitely assume control of that particular safe haven. Now, obviously, for those of you who read the comics and know what I'm talking about, then you're pretty much filled in. But for those of you who shy away from spoilers, or who have not read the comics and have no idea what I'm talking about, just basically, the place they reach, it's not necessarily a bad place. It's just their way of living is maybe a little bit more friendly than what needs to happen in order to survive. So Rick basically does what he did to Shane in Season 1, just takes control and be like, you know what, screw you, I'm in control. I know what I'm doing, and I'll keep us alive. I mean, obviously that conversation never took place, but you got that feeling, so to speak. So that's definitely going to happen, and I think by the end of Season 5, we're going to see Rick definitely, in one way or another, back in charge 100%, his badassery is. I doubt we're gonna see the Rick kind of shy back to like Farmer Rick or even maybe crazy. Let me see Lori all the time Rick or even season 1 Rick. Rick, he's reached a point where there is really no return. I mean, once he shaves his beard and he's calmed down a little bit once they're in the safe zone, then he might calm down a little bit, but at the same time, he's not going to revert back to old ways. I really doubt that. At this point, you really can't. He can't afford to be season 1 Rick or even first half of season 2 Rick anymore. He's got to be the guy who bites people's throats out when he has to, or stabs people in the neck and just runs people over with cars. I mean, he's got to be that guy, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed by that because as bad as some of the things Rick has done, we all root for him. He's an anti-hero. He's Walter White, but for that's not a good analogy. I mean, Walter White was an anti-hero too, but Walter was evil. Well, he turned evil. Anyway, you guys I'm sure you guys know what I'm trying to say here. I'm just not always good at putting it in the right words. But yeah, this has been my part 1 of the Road Ahead series. Stay tuned for part 2 featuring Daryl. That'll probably be up tomorrow. You follow me on Twitter, which I do suggest you do. I do occasionally post channel updates on there, little things. If I ever get grounded, I'll post on there. All right, well, I'm grounded, so it helps to know in case it keeps you guys in the know. I do more on my Twitter than I do on my Facebook, so I would follow me on Twitter. If you want to see some of my, my personal life type thing, then follow me on Instagram at Ematrudo17. There's all these links in the description. You can find some cool stuff on there. But yeah, subscribe to the Zeus Tuber. Follow at the Zeus Tuber on Twitter for some Twitter updates and. Have yourself a nice day, guys. I hope you enjoyed this mini-series, because I'm going to be doing more, even if you don't like it. So, I hope you do like it. I'll see you guys later, and have yourself a nice day.